Hey guys, so for today's video, we are going to be doing a head-to-head of the new Tarte Shape Tape Ultra Creamy Concealer against the original. So I did purchase a brand new travel size of each of these from the Tarte website. When you are watching this, this will be available, I think, in both the full size and the travel size at Ulta. And if you are an Ulta Diamond or Platinum member, on March 20th, during their 21 Days of Beauty, you will be able to get 50% off the full size of either the original or the new Ultra Creamy. So regularly it is $27. You will be able to get it for $13.50. And I believe these travel sizes are $10 each. So you have some options in terms of if you just want to get the travel size or if you want to spend a few more dollars and try out the full size. I really love that Tarte gives us the option of purchasing travel sizes, because if you're like me, you buy so much makeup that the chances of you falling in love with a specific concealer and wanting to use it up to the very end are slim to none. So, okay, so I purchased the same shade in each of these. And I don't know if I've tried this particular shade in the original before. I have a variety. So it looks like I've purchased 4 different shades of the original over the years. And at some point they changed their numbering system for their concealers, or their naming system, I guess. So I have the shades Fair, Fair Beige, Fair Neutral, and then 16N Fair Light Neutral. So it's a little confusing how they did that. 16N, I think, is the newer naming system. So I might swatch that against the shade I did purchase in each of these, which is 8B Porcelain Beige, which I think is the lightest shade that they offer. I did recently purchase another little travel size of the Creaseless Concealer. This is in the shade 10N. But with this concealer, for whatever reason, it goes from 8B Porcelain Beige, very fair skin with pink undertones, to 12B Fair Beige, fair skin with pink undertones. So I like this shade on me, I think. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to go darker. I mean, it's a different formula, so the shade could actually be different. And then I also have 2 of the Maracuja Tinted Hydrators. I don't think I've ever tried either of these out before. I have 10N Fair Neutral, which I think this is what I'm going to apply today. And then I also have 13B Fair Light Beige. So this is like 10 and 13, and the other concealers are like 8 and 12. So I don't know, it's very confusing. But they do kind of tell you what the undertones are supposed to be. With 8, there's only the pink undertones. 12, you have pink, neutral, and yellow, and then it goes to 16. So just a little bit about this new formula. So they say it's their iconic Shape Tape Concealer, now with a built-in eye cream for 24-hour hydration. It says it's a full coverage, natural, moisturizing matte finish, which is interesting that it says it's a matte finish. Ultra nourishing prickly pear for 24-hour hydration. It says for all skin types, especially dry or mature skin. I do have dry skin. It says it leaves skin looking hydrated, never dry or flat. The creamy, cushiony formula won't cake or settle. Skin looks smoother, plumper, and more youthful. The cushion tape technology, trademark, helps smooth and reduce the look of fine lines, wrinkles, and pores, and is supposed to be waterproof and 12-hour crease proof. So it's about 1 right now. I don't think I'm going to be able to wear this for either 12 hours or 24 hours. I think I'll be able to get maybe a solid 9 or 10 hours of wear, which I think is kind of a normal work day for a lot of people. So we will see how that works. I'm not going to be trying the waterproof claim necessarily. It's supposed to feel hydrating and lightweight, not look cakey or dry. The under eyes are supposed to look smoother, look natural, make you look less tired, which, you know, that's what a concealer is meant to do. Cover dark circles and blemishes, and It has hyaluronic acid, prickly pear, ginseng, vegan squalane, mango butter, avocado butter, shea butter, raspberry ketone, and meadowsweet. And it is formulated without parabens, mineral oil, phthalates, triclosan, sodium lauryl sulfate, or gluten. Okay, so there are tips to use it. It says instant eye lift, dab 3 dots of Shape Tape under eyes and blend up towards temples with dampened quickie blending sponge. And then if you wanted to use it all over your face, you could dot the concealer onto imperfections and blend from the center of face out. And it's made in Korea. There's about 1 mil, this is the travel size, or 0.033 fluid ounce. Has water, silicones, capric triglyceride, which I think is a coconut derivative. It does have fragrance. So before I dampen my beauty blender, I'll just quickly show you. The packaging is slightly different on the travel size at least. And then I selected this sample. This has 4 shades, but they're in the old style naming, so I don't know how useful this really is. And then I did get a birthday gift. So if you sign up for their rewards program, I don't think you have to spend a minimum amount to get this. You just have to like place an order. So the birthday gift, oh, that's cute. It says Tarte Rewards on the little blush, and this is in the shade Quirky. I don't know if I have this shade or not. Oops. All right, well, the plastic is gone. And then a small size of their Lights Camera Lashes. I really love their waterproof version of this. So I'll probably apply that later. But this is one of their original mascaras, I guess. Okay, so I've applied skincare, but I haven't applied my SPF yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that kind of as a primer step. And I'm using the Elta MD UV Clear Broad Spectrum SPF 46. This is supposed to be for skin types prone to acne, rosacea, hyperpigmentation. It's a little less dewy than like my Clinique. Okay, and then I am going to use my Charlotte Tilbury corrector. I have a Tarte corrector, but I feel like it's just a little old at this point, and I haven't been using it recently, so I think it's just a little harder to kind of judge the concealer if you're not as familiar with how the other products perform. So for that reason, I thought I would just use kind of what I've been using lately in terms of corrector and powder. And then I like to do my base before the concealer, so I'm a little worried that this is going to be a little too sheer for like a more full coverage concealer, but we'll just start with this. So I'm going to use the shade 10N, and I'll just swatch those different shades side by side. So 10N is the lighter, and then 13B is Fairlight Beige. And I think you can see, like, I have plenty of redness in my face because I'm so fair, but I find that sometimes pinkier or cooler toned foundations can look a little like orange kind of on me, so that is why I go towards neutral frequently, but then sometimes neutral ends up being like yellow. So it's a little bit of a discovery process. And because I felt like, you know, 10N would be a good shade match, that's why I went a little lighter. So hopefully all this ends up working out. So yeah, this is very sheer, which on a normal day would be fine. I did grab this shade of the Found Sealer in 13N. So maybe I'll dab a little bit on top. All right, and then I'll use my Beauty Blender. This is maybe a tad dark. So yeah, a coverage like the tinted hydrator I think would be great once we return to life as it was. Because normally I just wear something pretty sheer. And it is, what is it? Mid-March, I guess. So that's where my skin is in terms of its coloring. I'm gonna quickly put in the Benefit Gimme Brow. All right, and then time for the main event. So I guess I'll start off with the original, and I'll do that on this side, I guess. And again, this is in the shade 8B. So it looks pretty light. I think it's at 3 dots. And usually what I'll do is kind of take my ring finger first and just kind of distribute the product a little bit. And then go in with the sponge to kind of blend it. Alright, and I guess I'll try to use the other side of the sponge for the other side. I don't know that it really matters. I guess I can zoom you guys in though. Okay, so this is Just Corrector, and this is the original Shape Tape. I hope the lighting is okay. It's always tricky for me to film in the daytime. I have the blinds closed, but... Alright, so this is the other side, which it seems like the other one has kind of darkened up a bit. So that's the Ultra Creamy, and that's the original. It looks a little lighter than it did when I first applied it. All right, so using this ring finger, it does seem to be a little bit like dewier. So I have the problem of having dry skin and dark under eye circles, which is why a corrector really comes in handy. Okay, so before I powder or anything, I'm a little torn on whether to powder this. I feel like I need to. I don't think I need to powder this side, but I don't want to like take away from too much of the hydrating quality. So again, that is the new creamy, and that is the original. It's starting to settle just a tiny bit. I think more so on the creamy side, which is probably what you would expect. So I'm going to try to hold off on powdering for now, just to see how it does. All right, so I'll swatch the 16N shade I have next to the 8B Shape Tape. So those are both the original formula, and that is the 8B in the creamy. Alright, so I think that's it for now, guys. I'm going to apply the rest of my makeup, and then I'll check in with you in a little bit. Hey guys, so it is now just after 11 o'clock, so I've had this makeup on for about 9.5 hours, I want to say. So just a quick check-in on the concealer here. I'll zoom you guys in. So a couple things that I wanted to note. So I didn't powder under my eyes at all. I used a little bit of the Kosas Cloud Set all over, and I feel like I could even use a little bit of powder over my face now just because I'm feeling a little shiny, but it's been, like I said, a little over 9.5 hours. So creasing is really not bad. One thing that did surprise me is I got a little bit of transfer from my mascara on the original Shape Tape side. I don't know if you can see that. So I didn't set either side, and I do use a waterproof mascara. I didn't apply any on the lower lashes, but you know, a little bit does get on when you're applying from the top lashes and just like the normal blinking your eyes or whatever. So I definitely prefer the newer version over the original because of the texture and the transfer. I mean, the transfer could have just been a fluke, but if I were to powder either concealer, I would much rather powder the new Ultra Creamy over the original. I am curious how the Ultra Creamy does side by side with the creaseless concealer, so if you're interested in that kind of comparison, let me know. But anyway, I think the new Ultra Creamy is a very solid addition to the Shape Tape range from Tarte, and I might pick up a full size when it goes on sale, but I already have this travel size and I don't know how soon I will get through this. But if you are interested in this product and you are either a diamond or platinum member at Ulta, it might be a good time to pick it up during the sale. But either way, I mean, having this travel size for $10 is a really great option as well. Alright, so that's going to do it for me, guys, with this new concealer. Let me know if you have tried this concealer and what you think of it, or if you are interested in trying it. And I hope you guys are all staying very safe and healthy out there. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will talk to you soon.